We are what we repeatedly do. Therefore, excellence is not an act, but a habit. That quote, even till today, is still very, very true. Many of us are broke because of stupid habits we do on a day-to-day basis. Of course, there are many other things that might make you broke or whatever, but in this video, we'll go over 5 habits that are keeping you broke. The first habit is being ignorant or not learning. Many people want to make money, many people want to be rich and stuff, but when you just ask them like basic simple stuff, how many books have you read, regarding making money and stuff in the last year, the last months, the last 3 months, 6 months? They will tell you 0. How many videos have you watched? 0. How many websites? How many? Like, they've basically done nothing, no research, no nothing, and they just magically think all of a sudden they will just know how to make money, or money is just going to fall into their lap. Being ignorant is one of the biggest reasons people are broke till this day. You can't do what you don't know. If you don't know how to make money, you're not going to make money. It's that simple. If you don't know how to go to the grocery store, you're not going to get to the grocery store. It's that simple. You're not just going to wake up and just appear there. Like, if you don't know the road leading there, then there's basically nothing you can do. So same thing with making money. If you don't know what to do to make money, if you don't know a path, if you don't know what business to start or what to do, then you don't just wake up and all of a sudden just have money in your accounts. Like, you have to educate yourself. You have to go and learn all these things. You have to be open to learning. You have to get rid of your ignorance. So make sure you learn every day. Be open to learning, be open to knowledge, be open to information, and stop being ignorant. That's one of the reasons why you're broke. The second habit that keeps most people broke is buying dumb shit. So this is one of the biggest reasons that people are broke. Many people, we could take money that they barely have and they can use it to buy stupid things that they don't even really need. And many times it could not even be as a result of just buying the thing because the thing is nice. Many times they want to buy it to impress people and all these stupid reasons why they do all these things. If you keep buying stupid things you don't need, you're always going to be broke. According to Rich Dad Poor Dad, there are 2 things that you can really buy. There's assets and liabilities. Assets is anything that brings money into your pocket, while a liability is anything that takes money away from your pocket. So if the things you are buying, they are not bringing money into your pockets, whether directly or indirectly, they are basically all just liabilities. So the fancy clothes, the fancy car, the fancy watch, the expensive food, whatever stupid thing you use your money to buy. Before these things, there's no direct way or indirect way that they bring money back to your account. They are basically just liabilities. They are basically just a waste of money. There's this rule I heard: if you can't buy it 10 times, don't buy it at all. So the next time you want to buy the fancy car or the fancy watch or whatever, and it has basically no way of bringing money back into your account, ask yourself, can I afford to buy this thing 10 times? If the answer is yes, then you can go ahead and buy it. But if the answer is no, if you have to sit down to be doing maths, you have to calculate, you have to sit down to be doing all these long equations just to be able to afford this thing, you have to be scraping money just to be able to buy this car or this clothes or this phone or whatever, just know you don't really need it. Except, like I said, the thing has a way of bringing money back into your account. So maybe you want to buy a car, for example, you're planning on flipping the car, so definitely go ahead and do that. So you want to buy the car, you're planning of using the car to do Uber or something like that, definitely go ahead and buy it. If you're just buying the car just because you want to buy a car and it's the last money in your account and there's no real reason why you're buying it, it's basically just a liability. Stop buying stupid things. Instead, take that money and put it into things that will bring you more money. Because if you just keep buying stupid things, you're always going to be broke. The third habit keeping most people broke is looking for shortcuts. Many people will be looking for shortcuts to make money and stuff, and this is why you're always going to be broke. Because at the end of the day, there's no real shortcuts, there's no real secret sauce or whatever. It's always hard work, it's always discipline, it's always consistency and stuff. Of course, depending on the industry or the business model you choose, it could be a little easier or a little harder, but in general there's no shortcuts. It's similar to the ignorance habits that I gave earlier. Many people will not just want to know how to do something. Many people will not want to learn. They just want to wake up, do a few easy things and want money to just spawn in their account. They want money to just appear. It doesn't work like that. You are going to have to work hard. Stop looking for shortcuts. Go and learn an actual skill. Go and learn an actual business model. Go and put in the work. Go and grind. Don't just sit around and look for shortcuts. Don't just sit around and look for easy things, because if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And anything that it can just make you easy money and stuff, just know that it's not going to last long. It's either it's a scam or it won't really last long. And because people are always looking for shortcuts, they now end up doing many illegal things like fraud, selling illegal stuff, doing all this shady stuff just because they're looking for shortcuts, just because they're looking for that quick money. Don't look for the quick money. Take your time, learn how to do stuff, learn a skill, learn a process, learn a business model, learn a hustle. Like, go and do work, go and grind. Stop looking for shortcuts. Do what you have to do to get to that next level. The fourth reason keeping most people broke is being lazy or being slow. This one is one reason why many people are broke. And this was one that affected me for a very long time. Some people, they already have the knowledge, they've already done the research, they have educated themselves and all that. So they know what to do now. It's not like they are ignorant now, they have left that phase. So now they know what to do, they know the business model, they know the skill, they know all these things. But they just don't do it. They just don't do it. And because of laziness, because it's hard. If you want to make money, if you want to stop being broke, basically, it's actually hard. There's a lot of sacrifice, a lot of pain, a lot of suffering and all these things. It's just like if you want to get jacked, it's hard, it's not easy. Because if it was easy, everybody would be jacked. Same thing with making money and not being broke. If it was easy, everybody would be rich, but it's not easy. So this thing is hard. But many people will want to run away from that hard work. Many people want to run away from that pain and suffering, and as a result, they'll just end up being lazy. They'll end up not putting in the work, they'll end up not doing what they have to do. They'll end up being lazy, just sitting around and chilling and watching more and more YouTube videos, even though they know they shouldn't be watching. Like, they watch pretty much all the videos, they read pretty much all the books. So at that point, what you need now is to do. You don't need more information. And the other one is being slow. This one, you have an idea and you just sit on it. Instead of going to act on the idea you got, you have this good idea that you're like, wow, this would actually work. You just sit on it. And the problem with that is, when you now manage to finally take action after so many days or so many weeks or so many months, many times that idea is now obsolete. It will not really work, or it's even if it will work, it will not work as well as it could have if you are taking action at that very moment when you just got the idea. So you have to stop being lazy and slow. You have to be fast. Of course, there's a time you will progress, when you reach the higher levels that, to make a decision. You don't just make quick decisions randomly. You have to take your time to think it through. But at those beginning stages, there's not much thinking you need to do. You just have to take action. You just have to put in work. You just have to keep doing. You just have to keep moving. And it is that when you haven't taken action fast, you get quick feedback. So imagine two guys, for example. So the first guy, is like most people, is lazy, is slow. He has an idea, he sits on it, he knows he's supposed to do this thing, but he doesn't do it. While the other guy has that same idea, but he goes to do it. The thing is that idea that these guys have, it might not actually work. It might not actually be the thing that will make them successful. But this guy that is taking action, we know that, after him doing it, after a few days or a few weeks, he will realize that, okay, this thing is not going to work. So he can easily pivot and change to the next thing that is going to get him to where he wants to go. While the other guy is sitting on the idea, imagine after sitting on it for so many months, when he now finally tries to execute it, he now finds out it doesn't work. Can you imagine how many months, how many years, how many days, how many weeks have wasted just because he sat on it? But if you are taking action, it would have taken maybe 2 weeks to realize that, okay, this opportunity can't work. And he would have gone to the next thing and, made progress. That same 6 months, it took this guy to just start down one thing. The other guy, he has probably done like 7 things already, and he has found the thing that is going to make him successful. So you have to be fast, you have to execute. Once you get an idea, once you get the information, once you know what to do, you have to go ahead and do it. Don't sit around and be lazy and overthink and just sit around and stuff. You have to put in the work, you have to go and do. And the last reason why most people are broke is because they are more of a consumer than a producer. This one, you can't exactly blame them. Obviously it's still their fault, but the world is just making everything consumers. All these companies, all this marketing, all these advertisements, they just want you to consume. They just want you to buy. Nobody wants you to create. Nobody wants you to invest, because they know when you buy, you make all these companies more money. But you have to start thinking in terms of a producer, because the producer is always going to make more money than consumer. The producer is the one. Everything that you use, basically, from your phone to even this YouTube, where you are watching this video right now, to the food you eat and everything, they were produced by people, and those guys that produce it are 9 out of 10 times always going to be richer than the people that are just sitting around and consuming. So you have to change your mindset from just wanting to take, from just wanting to consume, to wanting to produce. And when you are passing by, when you are walking around your day-to-day life, when you see a shop or something, think in terms of a producer, look at these guys, how did they do this thing? Okay, they did this thing, they did this. Maybe you go into a phone shop, for example. They're like, wow, these guys arrange these like phones beautifully so that when I come inside it catches my attention, it makes me feel this and I feel compelled to buy this one and do this thing. Like, you want to break down all those things rather than just going there and say, oh wow, phone, then just bring out your money and just buy it. Like, you have to switch your mindset to be a producer, a creator, somebody that gives value rather than somebody that just wants to take and get. Of course, I'm not trying to say you should never buy anything in your life, but you want to be more of a producer than a consumer, at least up until the point you're kind of rich where you can buy pretty much whatever you want. Till that point, you have to be a producer. The producers are always going to make more money than the consumers. So there you have it. Those are the 5 habits that are keeping most people broke. And of course, there probably will be a billion other habits keeping you broke, or a billion other reasons why people are broke. You know, it's not just black and white. That's this is why you're broke, and if you don't do these things, you will not be broke. Everything is the ones. And at the end of the day, none of these things are easy. All of them are hard. All of them take sacrifice. All of them take discipline. All of them take, willpower. It takes pain and suffering, because if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. If it was easy, everybody would be rich. Everybody would be making money and stuff, but it's not easy. That's why it's only for a select few people. So to get the results of being rich and financially free and not being broke and all that, you have to put in the work, you have to grind, you have to sacrifice, you have to suffer. By the way, if you want to start making money online, make sure you click the first link in the description. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.
You ain't see me activated. You better hope that you never see me agitated. I think about my actions, plan them out, evaluated. That's how I end up on the top, man, I'm calculated. My mind's a weapon, my body is the engine. I'm never second guessing, I just do what I was destined. Cause I feel I got the blessing, persistence and obsession. That's how you keep progressing, I already learned that lesson, yeah.